So Jill, you experienced Black Veil before, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us what experience you had with it?
It was approximately about 1990, and I was sleeping over at a friend's house, and I felt very uncomfortable, like somebody was there. And when I awoke and I looked at the end of the bed, what they call is the black veil was standing right there. It was real dark, with a veil on his head, and he just kind of moved and swayed. And I kind of turned my head and tried to wake up my friend real quick to have them see it too, and then he was gone.
So since that experience, have you experienced any more of this Black Veil?
I'm really not sure if I've experienced the same as the black veil, but I've had a lot of other experiences, and not necessarily did I see that, the black veil, but I've seen other things or heard other things. So I'm not sure if that was black veil or not, but there's a lot of other things that are unexplained.
So once again, the black veil would go on its escapade and disappear for a while. This is the second time it disappeared, and after my mom saw it, it waited around. I don't think we saw it again until it was 2003 or 4 when Mark saw it at the Hamilton house. And then we didn't see it again until after when Mark saw it here, and he's going to tell you about it, and it was in 2006 when he saw it at my yaya's house.
Now, my experience with the black veil, I was laying in bed, just about going to sleep, and with this door closed, this is the darkest corner right here when the door's closed and everything, all the lights were off. And all of a sudden, I saw the black veil, kind of like this, and I was laying here, and it went up over the bed and through the ceiling, and I felt, what the big thing was, I felt ice cold when it flew over me.
Now, on our first investigation back in '07, this is where we, right in this very location, caught the black veil red-handed. Mark, do you want to tell them what we found?
Yes, and we set up the night camera here, taping in the bathroom, and in the mirror we saw like a black shadow, very distinctive, like flowy, like gown or veil. And then we also caught it going in front of the camera too, and we also had a shirt hanging in this doorway, and we also and this was caught in the daytime. When we caught this in the morning, we had a camera here facing this way, and something walked in front of the camera really quick, and there's a shirt moved up really quick. So it happened in
Happened instantaneously, and honestly, this is where we caught the black veil, and I think it's kind of a coincidence that the first time we went ghost hunting, we found the black veil. And it was shortly after your experience that you experienced upstairs.
Yes, and it was.
So from that day on January 2007 to late 2011, I'd say in December, the black veil was missing. And come December of 2011, I was sitting here tapping on the computer, just running up a story, and I looked into the TV. And what I noticed was the hallway was a lot darker than it usually is, because the light comes through. I mean, you can see from the video that the light does come through there, and it's very noticeable at night. And so I was staring at it because I found that kind of strange. And that's when I noticed that it moved. Like I could see the mask come out of the hallway and just move out like this. Kind of like if you take like a jacket, like say a jacket, and then you move it kind of like this, just like, that's how it kind of moves. And it moved into that direction and kind of disappeared, and I was like, wow, that's kind of weird. And I kind of let it be because we don't like to give it the attention it wants. And it would be away again, you know, it goes in these spurts, and it was gone for a while until Colin once again saw it up in his room.
So this is my encounter that I believe was with the black veil. So it first started when I heard knocking sounds and footsteps coming up the stairs, walking down the hallway, and I squinted my eyes open just barely enough to see this black figure come walk in my room, walk all the way to my desk, and right where the chair is, I saw him lean over, and that's when I heard stuff moving all around my desk. And I believe I saw my wallet move from here all the way to the end of my desk. And when I was just staring at it, it got up, turned at me, looked at me, and just faded away. This was actually a pretty good coincidence that at the same time this happened in my room, Mark had a dream about the black veil.
And I also had a dream about the black veil. We wasn't visiting or investigating, but the dream was kind of like realistic. And I remember Scott and Keegan Cool and we were on the truck going to investigate someplace. And though the black veil kept calling us on my phone, and everyone was kind of like getting mad because they kept calling us. And on the caller ID, it says black veil, but no number. It says black veil. And it was so realistic that I thought it was like real, you know, it was happening until I woke up.
And what's weird about that is just how Colin saw the black veil the same night you had that dream.
Yeah, that was weird. And especially right away you told me that when I told you about my dream.
You know, I think perhaps why it's following us, we're not sure. Even if it's related to us somehow, we don't know.
And that's something we're still searching for. We're trying to find these answers, and maybe one day we'll find out exactly what the black veil is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you'll join us next time for our next investigation, Mark. This is about your papu, right?
Right.
There's been some experiences around that.
Yes.
And I know my dad's seen something, right?
Right.
Alright, so join us next time. We'll have a good show next time, too. Thank you all.